This is my randomology, and today we're going to find out if Ty West can actually stick the landing. MAXXXINE, I am so pumped for this. I watched X on my own, like I mentioned in the Pearl reaction, and then I watched Pearl for the channel. So that one actually is on here. But this is the third part, MAXXXINE. I'm very excited about this. The cast is loaded. I have loved this story from the very first movie. Pearl was a trip. X was a trip. So I'm curious to see how MAXXXINE is going to kind of wrap things up. I don't know anything about this movie except that, you know, Mia Goth is in it. I think Kevin Bacon's in this as well. And it's set in the 80s after the massacre in the first movie. So I don't know. I'm excited. I'm cautiously optimistic. So let's go ahead and watch MAXXXINE. And like always, if you like what you're watching, go ahead and subscribe here on YouTube, or you can go over to Patreon, follow on Facebook. All links are in the description down below. Every little bit helps. I do wonder about poor MAXXXINE having to get involved with another killer. All right. Is this young MAXXXINE? Oh my God, that's the dance that Pearl... That's the dance that Pearl did.
Star of the church one day.
Do you think so?
Yeah, it's totally MAXXXINE, boy.
Very good.
I do wonder what made MAXXXINE, like, go down the path that she did. Like, what was the break from Daddy here? Studio door? Yeah. Take your time.
Your agent tells us you're quite a popular name in adult film and entertainment. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So she kind of made it in that
Curious,
genre, at least.
I figure acting is acting. I can do just as good of a job as any of those other blondes out there.
Puritan
If you
2.
need to read
Okay,
off
no,
the
that's the
slides,
other
we
thing I
can
knew, that
just
this is
go ahead,
they're
all
filming
right?
a horror movie in the movie. MAXXXINE? We going method here? You trying to Okay. Hi. Welcome back.
Haunting my dreams. My nightmares.
Ooh, tearing up on command. Nice.
Forcing me to do terrible, awful, murderous things.
Very nice.
Well, instead of living.
I almost forget how good she was in Pearl.
Do you mind taking your top off so we can see your breasts?
Yeah, sure.
What does that have to do with the movie? Shows your X factor. Okay, totally. This is already so different from the last two. I do like that they're taking a chance with making them this different. How much after X is this movie? I'm wondering. I know it's 1985, but I forget what year the first one was set in.
Drug bust here netted more than $200 million worth of cocaine.
Damn, what they do? Hit Robert Downey Jr.'s apartment?
It's to work through.
Authorities in the film and music scene are frightened by this and other recent court cases.
Well, it's good that, you know, music and the arts and movies and things like that are no longer being attacked as being sinful. And it's good that this is behind us, right? Tyler Bates did the music for this? Did he do the music for the last one? I think so. I do like all these one-ers that they use. Will we top that closing scene from Pearl, though? Because that monologue that she gave was incredible. I'm wondering if can we live up to that? I'm cautiously optimistic that we're gonna at least match it.
I'm gonna tell him.
Don't you dare.
I'm gonna make hay while the sun shines.
I'm not country like you. I'll find the best.
Ah, yes, we're still on the booger sugar, I see. Just have it there like a, you know, bowl of Werther's. Ah, VHS tapes. Kind of miss physical media.
I got it.
No shit.
Pure intent.
Okay, yeah, she got it.
Brooke Shields didn't do porn.
So? She still got naked and now she's in a fucking Muppet movie.
The soundtrack is on point. I mean, the first one was very Texas Chainsaw. The other one was, you know, very much in the vein of like 1930s, 1920s films. This has its own vibe too. I just can't really place it like compared to another movie yet. Control yourself, man. Well, I guess the fact that he can't is the reason he's doing this, right?
Then again, I guess nobody would have ever heard of Elizabeth Short if it wasn't for the Black Dahlia, you know?
Hey, it's fame, right? I guess.
No kidding. I didn't know you could act.
Oh my god. I'm sure she meant it well, but that didn't sound right.
You're not going to stop in a horror movie.
Again, tell that to Jamie Lee Curtis, Kevin Bacon.
I can handle myself.
Mm-hmm. So said every dead girl in Hollywood.
Yeah, but she's actually survived a horror movie. Like an actual horror movie. Do people know about that, by the way? Because she just kind of drove off. I love all these little like callbacks to the other two movies.
Police are advising all residents to lock their windows and doors, travel in groups.
Had your kids, had your wife. Maxine, come on, you're dark alley, middle of the night, 1985 Los Angeles. You need to let him know, like, right now that you got a gun.
Drop it! Buster.
I would have done that about 10 seconds ago.
I was just playing around.
Playing around, going
No,
after a
we're playing
woman in
now.
the dark alley with a knife.
Sup?
Okay, Maxine, I understand you've gone through some stuff, but what the hell are you doing?
Do you know what happened to the last person who tried to kill me?
You ran over her head.
Crushed her fucking head.
Ow!
That's why I love Nestle Crunch.
Not that he didn't have it coming, but goddamn, Maxine. I mean, you can just play it. I mean, it's not like you're going to get a virus in your VCR. Or Maxine. Is the Night Stalker targeting her now? Okay, so somebody who knows about the thing in Texas. Oh, please don't tell me he's going to be one of the first victims here, because...
Money talks and bullshit walks.
Hey, Kevin. The hell's he talking to? Ah! The hell's this guy? Ah, crap. Oh my god, was this at that party that she went to? What the eyes wide shut is going on? Okay, so the kill... Wait, so okay, so does the Night Stalker have people working for him?
That's a pretty bitchin' scar. How'd you get it?
Well...
Who shot you?
An octogenarian serial killer.
All right.
I could never do this. The way my sinuses act up, like I'd probably suffocate with the straws up my nose. You really don't want to have a panic attack while you're doing this. Hey. Hands. Hands. Come on. Wait, was she hallucinating that? No. That honestly would have been me, because, again, really bad sinuses. Oh, crap, they're going to find her body, aren't they? How do they know they're all connected, though? Like, is there something in the way that they're being murdered? Oh, my God. Why, though? I really hope we get a little bit more about whoever this guy is, because, I mean, the killers in the last two movies, well, the killer in the last two movies, you know, complex psychology, things like that. I feel we're missing that right now, but it's more Maxine's story, so, you know, we still have, what, an hour left?
Just a word of warning. She can be pretty frightening.
I don't think it'll be as frightening as what she already went through. No, more smut! Give us more smut! Is it her dad? Oh my god, is the killer her dad?
You that dirty movie actress. Boy, you look a whole lot taller in person.
She actually is pretty tall, if I remember correctly.
By who?
Well, that right there, that's privileged information.
It's her dad, right? It's gotta be her dad.
I'm not saying I had anything to do with what happened to those people. But even if I did, which I didn't.
Hypothetically speaking, of course.
You're absolutely certain of that.
I mean, her face is in the footage they found, so if she makes it big, then somebody's going to connect the dots, I think.
But I guess it's not show friends, it's show business. Now, isn't it?
He plays sleazy very well.
My employer is a very powerful man. Don't
Her
play
dad. Texas Porn Star Massacre. That would have been a much better title than just X, I think.
We understand they're work colleagues of yours. For lack of a
Why the
better word.
wink? You don't have to
We
do
also
that.
know that.
Any information you have could be really helpful.
You could tell her. It takes
They
2
are
seconds.
your friend.
Fuck that up, not me.
What do you mean?
What a bullshit bravado. No wonder you never made it as an actor.
Everyone in LA, man, right? Been a while since I was in LA, but I do remember that it had the same vibe as when I was in DC. You know, it's just dress ups and people trying to, you know, get their name out, things like that. It's basically Disneyland for adults.
Quite a pathetic scene, isn't it?
You work here. Oh, that.
Angry. Worrying their satanic horror movie might be too controversial if it had a porn star in it.
If anything, that's going to drive ticket sales. Come on.
Are you ruthless?
Well, I mean, she ran over a woman's head, so
Yes,
probably,
ma'am.
yeah.
But I say, if the pearl clutching moral majority
Pearl clutching.
protest your work,
Hey,
you might
hey.
as well make it bloody mean. We'll prove them all wrong together in a beautiful fucking bloodbath.
Well, that's not foreshadowing, right? Is that the Bates Motel? Yep. I actually was lucky enough to take
what
the studio tour when this was still up.
It's a serial killer disguised as an old woman.
Yeah, hey, wink, wink, Maxine.
They'd look in the mirror, they'd realise we all have demons staring back at us.
It's a nice little speech from her, but I feel like, again, we're missing some of the stuff that was in the first 2 movies.
But we're not some video nasty anymore. We're theatrical now.
Oh,
Stag film
hi,
going on
Pearl,
screens.
you're
Are you
there.
listening?
Horror is not art. Oh, fuck you. Most of this is going on over the period of 2 days. It just kind of hit me.
How hard do you try?
Oh, yeah, there you go. I mean, it's kind of his fault, so I don't feel bad about it.
No, I can get you the bearer bonds. You just need access to your junkyard for a couple hours.
What?
Why don't you come to me sooner?
You're asking her why she didn't tell you she was involved in a mass murder?
I'm in charge of this negotiation now. I've broken a lot more than motion pictures in my time.
Probably buried a few bodies, I'm guessing.
I'll go to jail over it. That's how passionate I am.
I seriously doubt that. Just a little coke before bed. You know, something to calm the nerves. I may have missed it, but is the Night Stalker only killing women, or is it men and women? Is there somebody behind him? Yeah. Oh, no. Ah, come on, man. Yeah, this is about her. This is totally, like, focusing on her. It's got to be her dad, right?
We certainly are willing to do the hard yards.
No, I know she's scratching her face, but you're perfectly fine driving a serial killer around. How were you reading this that the pages are all over the place?
First impression, especially in Hollywood. Just ask.
Oh my god, does she live above the store? Did I miss that?
You know there are times.
I know why you don't want to talk to the cops, but you're totally at the center of this thing now. And maybe it's just me, but I don't want to trust an entertainment lawyer to take care of things.
Look, we don't think the Night Stalker committed these crimes, but whoever did is setting the bodies up to look that way. And you're the common denominator. Why?
So there's 2 killers out there? Crap.
Because actions have consequences, and you ain't some barefoot bitch in a bus station now, right? No, I think you got a lot to lose here, so you better.
You gotta
watch your
tone it
fucking
down, because
step.
last time you tried this.
Maybe she should save herself. I did.
Now that's gonna haunt her, and she's gonna do some digging, and I mean, not that this is not gonna be great publicity and a story for the movie itself, right?
We've all got blood on our hands now. Right.
Oh my god, they're really laying it, the metaphor thick in this one.
Don't worry. I know what you're going through.
You really don't.
I was invited to a big party in the hills for some out-of-town producer.
Oh, you're next. There's like 45 minutes left, and I'm kind of wondering how everything's actually going to get wrapped up, because it feels like there's way too many like loose threads right now.
I told you not to play chicken, didn't I?
How the hell did you get into the lot?
It's time to pay
Oh.
for your sins.
Old West, really? Maxine, do you have your gun? Anybody else on the lot right now? What do you think this is going to accomplish, seriously? Where are we? Oh, it's not the Back to the Future set, but it's where they, that's the clock tower. It also feels really weird that they're using it as an actual set as opposed to it being a set in a movie. Oh, right, there's nothing inside.
Well, shit.
When I took the tour of the lot, the guy who was, pointing out everything, he told us one time that, it was like a year before, they were passing the Psycho house, and this old woman with a knife came running out of it, ran through the trolley screaming, and then went off into the bushes and freaked everybody out. They didn't find out until later that it was actually Jim Carrey, because they were filming How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and he was like on a break or something and got bored, raided the costume and prop department, dressed up like Mrs. Bates, and decided to play a prank on some of the tourists that were going through the thing. Now, I don't know how real that story is, but it's hilarious if it is true.
Took me a long time to get where I am today.
Okay, another speech. Good.
Hurting too.
So she's gonna go to the party and try to kill whoever's trying to blackmail her. I'm asking all this stuff because again, there's like 40 minutes left in this movie, and there's too many things. Love the look. I'm also wondering if Maxine's going to end up becoming kind of like an anti-villain by the end of this. I mean, it's a sympathetic backstory, but I also feel like she's really focused on what her fame, and like she said, like she didn't really care about the other victims. I mean, obviously she cared about 2 of them, but not that somebody else might die.
I'm the best at what I do.
I seriously doubt that. Oh, yeah, Master Investigator, this one.
Lights out, bro.
Ow! Let me guess, Junkyard?
See, this isn't over.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
No, this ain't my cause. I could be bought.
You got about 15 seconds to say something that will actually save your life. Come on, who are you working for? Dude, who are you working for? That'll do it. I was going to say you could have pressed them for information, but...
Waka waka!
Nobody thought to actually interrogate him? She was real casual with the murder there.
Public demand for this killer to be brought to justice has a record number of LAPD on duty around the city. Residents
lot of good that's doing.
You're supposed to help me save the next girl's life.
Yeah, is it weighing on you, Maxine? I really don't know how much you could have done, but you could have done something. Is that a trolley? You need a trolley to get up there? So you'd have to call it back? This seems very inconvenient. I don't care how rich you are. Also, I'm sticking by my theory that it's her dad. Okay, so we got to deal with the Night Stalker, the possibly copycat, her being involved in the movie, murdered the detective, the private detective. There's a lot of things that still need to be resolved in, what is this, like 20 minutes? Less than 20 minutes. It was part of the look, but I hope you can run in heels.
You're gonna be the star of the church one day. Do you think?
I figured one out. Oh my god, I'm terrible at figuring these things out. It's totally her dad. Hi, Dad. That is her father, right?
Satanists have been propagating sex and violence throughout our homes for years
So,
now.
Dad's unhinged.
Youth turning them into deviants.
With their Dungeons and or Dragons.
Have come forth to expose the devil once and for all.
You're doing this by staging satanic murders. I'm sorry, was that... Yeah, yeah, she's dead. Yeah, as far as a villain,
Do you mind taking your top off so we
it's
can
fun,
see
but I don't know. I really feel we're missing some of the depth of the previous movies. So those detectives that are downstairs, they're just, oh god, are they gonna burn her at the stake? Well, at the palm tree? Yeah, there's a whole ass cult right here.
Don't be frightened.
Does he have spray tan on his face?
They wouldn't accept God's love.
So you carve them up like Thanksgiving dinner.
I document an exorcism.
What?
For the whole world to see.
Do you actually think she's possessed?
Finally reveal Hollywood as the cult it is.
You have a cult, asshole!
I have come to save all lost children.
There's his ham in a meat market.
I'm not fucking around, Padre.
Anybody else?
Where were they when your family members went missing?
When they went, what?
They are complicit.
Oh, so everybody involved here has somebody who tried to make it in Hollywood or something like that? Anybody want to get Maxine? She's, Now, as far as the climax goes, I feel like the fact that Maxine's not really getting to do anything, it's secondary characters. Or maybe she will, I don't know.
What the hell after the leader?
Wait for me!
You're about to get shot. Maybe not. Did they add a Wilhelm scream? Are we really going to do a climactic battle scene on the Hollywood sign?
30 years in this city, I'd never been up here before.
Well, guess what?
I wanted to be an actor once, too.
These should not be your last words, you know?
I got him!
Oh! Just empty the shotgun into him, just to be sure.
It was all for you.
No, it wasn't.
But I created a monster. Forgive me.
Seriously?
Your vision in this light.
And police searchlights?
The Night Stalker was apprehended by citizens last night, bringing an end to a year-long...
Okay, so there was the killer and then these assholes.
Taking down a serial murderer of your own. Who happened to
Kind
be
of.
your
She didn't
father.
really... A couple bodies, but she did it, right?
Any words of encouragement for young girls trying to make it big in Hollywood?
Yeah, don't do it.
You gotta be willing to do whatever it takes.
You need a friend with a junkyard? Oh my god, that was all it... Just shoot his head off. Okay, so what's the actual ending to this thing now? You're gonna have to lay off of that stuff. You're gonna end up with a third nostril. Honestly, she's done enough cocaine in this movie that... I'm surprised she's actually slept. Okay. Things are kind of working out for her, I guess. How long is long enough for a moment of silence?
How's it feel being someone else?
I feel like half her dialogue is just like double entendres and things like that.
Molly was never going to make it beyond the franchise.
That's harsh. Oh my god. That does look really
So
good.
now that everyone knows your name.
And that's how we end. Alright, hold on. Is there an after credits? I don't think there will be. Alright, let's talk about that. I gotta be honest, there's a lot of parts of the movie that I thought were really, really fun, really well made. The soundtrack was fantastic. A lot of the visuals, great, on point. Story-wise, though, I don't think it was as good as the other two movies. I mean, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't a bad movie. I just think when you're comparing it to the first two parts of the trilogy, I think this actually might be the weakest one. Part of it is because Maxine didn't get a chance to really do a lot. Like, there's a lot of stuff happening, but in a lot of it, especially the climax, she's really passive. The only thing she contributed was shooting her dad, who was already dying. Like, it felt like the agency got taken away from her as a character, so a bunch of other stuff could happen. Now, the whole point was that she was the one that was going to get to, you know, change her life. So the fact that she ends up being so passive throughout the movie feels like it's kind of a betrayal of that theme. I don't know. it didn't hit as good as I think it should have, and there was so much potential here. Still, like I said, there's parts of it that are good. It's not a C, maybe a B. Again, too, like the performance that Mia Goth put in Pearl, like that was going to be really hard to top, and this one didn't give her really. Her first little monologue was fantastic with the casting. That was great, but she didn't really get a chance to give a performance like that again. So I don't know. Well, there we go. MAXXXINE. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you later.